Muhammad Ali walked into a gym in Philadelphia. He was 36 years old, past his prime, everyone said. A young heavyweight, 6'8" and 240 pounds, looked at him and smirked. "You're too old, Ali. Too slow. Your time is over." The gym went silent. Ali smiled. "Show me." What happened in the next 30 seconds made the young fighter apologize in front of everyone and taught him why legends never really get old. October 1978, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Champs Gym. Muhammad Ali was in Philadelphia preparing for his rematch against Leon Spinks. He'd lost to Spinks 7 months earlier in one of the biggest upsets in boxing history. Now, at 36 years old, Ali was trying to become the first 3-time heavyweight champion, but the boxing world was skeptical. Sports writers were calling for his retirement, saying his reflexes were gone, his speed diminished, his time over. Ali knew what people were saying. He read the newspapers, heard the commentary, but he didn't care. He'd proven doubters wrong his entire career. This would be no different. That afternoon, Ali was at Champs Gym for a workout. Nothing official, just keeping sharp, working the bags, doing some light sparring. The gym was busy. Local fighters training, a few prospects, the usual crowd. Ali was working the heavy bag when he noticed someone staring at him. A young fighter, massive, had to be 6'8", maybe 240 pounds, early 20s, standing with arms crossed, watching Ali with what looked like disdain. Ali finished his combination, turned to grab water. The young fighter spoke loud enough for the gym to hear. "Man, Ali's really slowed down." The gym went quiet. Everyone stopped what they were doing. "You don't disrespect Muhammad Ali. Not in a boxing gym. Not anywhere." Ali turned, looked at the young fighter. "You talking to me?" "Yeah, just saying what everyone's thinking. You're too old, man. Too slow. Your time is over." The fighter's trainer grabbed his arm. "Marcus, shut up." But Marcus Stone wasn't done. He was undefeated, had knockout power, and the arrogance that comes with early success. "I'm just being honest. Ali was great. Past tense. Now he's just holding on. Should retire before someone really hurts him." Ali walked over slowly. Everyone in the gym was watching now, waiting to see how Ali would respond. Would he get angry? Walk away? Confront the kid? Ali Knowles stopped a few feet from Marcus, looked up at him. Marcus had 4 inches on Ali in height, outweighed him by at least 20 pounds. "You think I'm too old?" Ali asked calmly.
Yep, I do.
"Too slow?" "Definitely." Ali smiled. That famous Ali smile. The one that usually meant trouble for someone. "What's your name, young man?" "Marcus Stone. 15 knockouts. Impressive record. You must be fast." "I am." "Faster than me?" Marcus looked around, smiled at his friends. "Yeah, I'm faster than you. You're 36. I'm 23. That's just biology." Ali nodded thoughtfully. "Biology, that's a big word for a boxer." The gym laughed. Marcus's face hardened. "You making fun of me?"
No, I'm just wondering if you're right about me being too old, too slow. There's one way to find out.
"What's that?" "Get in the ring." The gym erupted. Fighters started whistling, calling out. This was going to be something. Marcus's trainer stepped forward. "Ali, you don't need to do this. The kid's just running his mouth." "I know, but I'm curious. He says he's faster than me. Let's see." Marcus was trapped now. He'd called out a legend, in front of everyone. If he backed down, he'd look like a coward. If he got in the ring, he might embarrass himself. But the arrogance won. "All right, let's do it." They climbed into the ring. No gloves, just movement. Ali had made it clear. "We're not sparring. We're testing speed. You try to hit me. I'll try not to get hit. 30 seconds. That's all." The gym crowded around the ring. Everyone wanted to see this. Marcus Stone, the undefeated prospect, versus Muhammad Ali, the aging legend. Someone set a timer. 30 seconds. "Ready?" Ali asked. Marcus nodded, got into his stance. Ali stood casually, hands at his sides. Not even in a fighting stance. You might want to put your hands up, Marcus said. I will, when I need to. The timer started. Marcus threw a jab. Fast. He was fast. The jab shot toward Ali's face. Ali's head moved. Just slightly. The jab missed by an inch. Marcus threw another. Faster. Ali's head wasn't there. He'd moved before the punch arrived, like he'd known it was coming. Marcus threw a combination. Jab, jab, right hand, all fast, all powerful, all missing. Ali hadn't moved his feet, just his head. Small movements, minimal energy, maximum effect. 15 seconds gone. Marcus stepped forward, threw a hook. Ali leaned back. The hook cut through empty air. Marcus threw an uppercut. Ali's head moved. Not there. The gym was going crazy, cheering, laughing. This 36-year-old washed-up fighter was making an undefeated prospect miss everything. 20 seconds. Marcus was getting frustrated, breathing harder, throwing faster, wilder. Ali still hadn't moved his feet, still stood in the same spot, just moving his head, like he was hearing music Marcus couldn't hear. Ali finally spoke. While dodging punches, "You're pretty fast, Marcus. But speed isn't just about how fast you throw. It's about when you throw, where you throw, and where your opponent is when the punch arrives." Marcus threw everything. Combinations he'd practiced thousands of times. Nothing landed. 25 seconds. Ali's hands still at his sides. He hadn't thrown a single punch. Hadn't even raised his hands to defend. Just head movement. Just timing. See, Marcus, when you're young, you rely on physical speed. When you're experienced, you rely on timing. Timing doesn't slow down with age. It gets better. 30 seconds. The timer went off. Marcus dropped his hands, breathing hard, frustrated, confused. He'd thrown maybe 20 punches, all missed. Ali hadn't broken a sweat. The gym exploded in applause. Fighters banging on the ring apron, shouting Ali's name. Marcus stood there, processing what just happened. He was undefeated, fast, powerful, and he couldn't hit a 36-year-old man who hadn't even raised his hands. Ali walked over, put his hand on Marcus's shoulder. "You're a good fighter, Marcus. You've got talent, power, but you've got something else too, arrogance. And arrogance makes you stupid, makes you think youth is enough. It's not." Marcus looked down, ashamed. I'm sorry, Mr. Ali. Don't apologize to me. Apologize to yourself. You just learned something valuable. Don't waste it by being too proud to remember it." "What did I learn?" Ali smiled. "That speed isn't about age. It's about timing. That power isn't about size. It's about precision. And that legends aren't legends because they were great once. They're legends because they're always great, even when people think they're done." Marcus nodded, eyes wet. He'd just been humbled by the greatest. Ali climbed out of the ring, grabbed his water, went back to the heavy bag like nothing happened. The gym slowly returned to normal, but everyone was buzzing. They'd just witnessed something special, a master class in boxing, in humility, in why you should never underestimate greatness. Marcus's trainer came over to him. "You okay?"
Yeah, I threw everything. He didn't even raise his hands.
That's Muhammad Ali, at 36, past his prime supposedly. He just made you look like an amateur. Imagine what he was like at 25. How did he do that? How did he see every punch coming? Experience, timing, 20 years of fighting the best boxers in the world. You learn to read opponents, see punches before they're thrown, feel the rhythm of a fight. That doesn't go away with age. That only gets sharper. Marcus sat on the ring apron, watching Ali work the heavy bag. Fluid, graceful, precise. After his workout, Ali walked past Marcus. "Hey," Ali said. Marcus looked up. "Keep training. You've got potential. But remember this. Youth gives you energy. Experience gives you wisdom. If you're smart, you'll combine them. Learn from older fighters. Respect what they know, because one day you'll be 36, and some young kid will tell you you're too old, and you'll want to remember the lessons you learned today. Yes, sir. Ellie smiled, patted Marcus on the head, and left. Marcus Stone went on to have a decent career. Never became champion, but he became something else. A student of boxing, someone who respected the craft. And he told that story for the rest of his life. I once told Muhammad Ali he was too old. He proved me wrong in 30 seconds without throwing a punch. Taught me that greatness isn't about age, it's about mastery. 2 months after that gym encounter, in September 1978, Muhammad Ali fought Leon Spinks again. Everyone said Ali was too old, too slow, too done. Hold on, won. Became the first 3-time heavyweight champion in history. After the fight, a reporter asked Ali about defying age. People keep talking about my age. Like being 36 means I should be sitting in a rocking chair. But age is just a number. Experience is what matters. Wisdom is what matters. I've fought every style, seen every trick. You can't teach that in a gym. You learn it over decades. Do you feel slower? Ellie smiled. Physically, maybe, but mentally, I'm faster than ever. I see punches before they're thrown. I know what opponents will do before they do it. That's not speed, that's wisdom. The reporter then asked, what would you say to young fighters who think older fighters should retire? I thought for a moment. I'd tell them what I told a young fighter in Philadelphia a few months ago. Age is just a number. Timing is forever. And if you're lucky, you'll be old enough one day to understand that. The gym in Philadelphia still exists. Champ's Gym. And on the wall there's a photo. Muhammad Ali, October 1978. Working the heavy bag. Under it, a plaque. The day Ali taught Marcus Stone that legends never get old. Marcus Stone eventually became a trainer. Spent 40 years teaching young fighters. And the first lesson he taught every student was the same. Never underestimate someone because of their age. I once made that mistake with Muhammad Ali. He made me miss 20 punches without raising his hands. Taught me that experience beats youth. Timing beats speed. And wisdom beats everything. Students would ask, did Ali ever hit you? No, that was the point. He didn't need to. Real power isn't about hurting someone. It's about teaching them. Ali could have knocked me out. Instead, he taught me respect. That's real strength. The lesson Ali taught that day went beyond boxing. It was about respecting those who came before you, about understanding that getting older doesn't mean getting weaker. It means getting smarter, more precise, more efficient. Ali fought until 1981, 40 years old. People said he fought too long. Maybe they're right. But even in his final fights, moments of brilliance would shine through. Head movement that made young fighters miss. Combinations that came from muscle memory, built over decades. That's what Marcus saw in that Philadelphia gym. Not a faded champion, but a master still in possession of his craft. Slower maybe, but smarter. More economical, more precise. And that 30-second lesson became Marcus's most valuable teaching tool. He'd bring students to that same gym, point to that photo, tell that story. That's Muhammad Ali at 36, when everyone said he was done. And he's about to show me that greatness doesn't retire. It just evolves, changes form, becomes something different, but equally powerful. Experience doesn't slow you down. It speeds you up, because you're not wasting movement, not wasting energy. Every motion has purpose. Every action has reason. That's what Ali showed me. And that's what I'm showing you. The story spread throughout boxing. The young heavyweight who called Ali old and got taught a lesson he'd never forget. Boxing gyms still reference it. When a young fighter gets too cocky, too confident, trainers tell them, remember Marcus Stone. Remember what happens when you underestimate greatness. Muhammad Ali died in 2016. Marcus Stone attended the funeral, stood in line for hours to pay respects. When his turn came, he stood by the casket and whispered, "Thank you for teaching me respect." for showing me that legends never really get old. They just get wiser. I've spent 40 years teaching others what you taught me in 30 seconds. That's your real legacy. Not the championships, but the lessons, the wisdom, the grace. That's the untold story. Not Ali's famous fights, but a random Tuesday in a Philadelphia gym, when a cocky kid learned why you should never underestimate a legend. Because legends aren't legends because they won. They're legends because even at 36, supposedly past their prime, they can still teach the young generation what greatness actually means. And sometimes, they can do it in 30 seconds without throwing a single punch.